Straight ahead this morning, an elderly woman is dead after being hit by a car over the weekend. We've got the details. Plus, 2 people have been arrested in connection with a crash that left 3 people dead. Crawfish, king cake, and music, a local event that combined all 3 for a day of fun in Wakulla. And Brittany Betty will have a full breakdown of today's weather. These stories and much more to come this Sunday.
Live from the WCTV studios, this is the Good Morning Show. Coverage you can count on.
Wow, it is an absolutely beautiful way to start the weekend. We have clear skies and clear roads here in Tallahassee. Good morning, everyone. I'm Beraiah Baker. It's now 8 o'clock. We will have more on those stories in just a minute, but first, meteorologist Brittany Betty is here with a quick check of our weather. Good morning, Brittany. An 83-year-old woman is dead after being hit by a car Friday afternoon in Tallahassee. The crash happened just before 3 p.m. Friday at the 3100 block of Windsong Drive near the Jamestown Wood Apartments. 83-year-old Earsole Dillon suffered a severe head injury but died Saturday. The driver of the car was 77-year-old Gloria Edenfield. The TPD Traffic Homicide Unit is investigating the crash. Anyone with information is asked to give them a call. A South Georgia woman is also dead after a motorcycle crash. It happened around 6:30 p.m. Friday near the intersection of Georgia Highway 376 and Whitewater Road in Lowndes County. 26-year-old Sierra Megan Hernandez of Statenville was driving east and about to turn onto Whitewater Road. Police say she failed to yield to a motorcycle driven by 54-year-old Cassandra Davis of Albany. Davis was wearing a helmet at the time, but she later died at an area hospital. Charges could be filed in this case. Troopers suspect drugs could have been contributed to the crash. Meanwhile, 2 people have been arrested in connection to a fatal crash that claimed the lives of 3 people in Tallahassee. That crash happened over Labor Day weekend back in September of last year at the intersection of White Drive and Pensacola Street. A PT Cruiser was turning onto Pensacola when the Dodge Charger was speeding west. When the 2 collided, the crash killed Kevin Booz, Vincenzo Libio, and Morgan Carr. On Friday, warrants were issued for both drivers in the case. U.S. Marshals arrested the driver of the Dodge Charger, 28-year-old, Stanley Jabon, yesterday. He faces 3 counts of vehicular manslaughter and 3 counts of hit and run and DUI. 21-year-old Nicholas Bonilla, the driver of the PT Cruiser, turned himself into the Leon County Jail. He faces only the charge of the DUI. He's already posted bail and has been released. Switching gears, people in Wakulla County took to the gun range. The Wakulla County Sheriff's Office hosted a concealed carry class. The class is held every month at the gun range and satisfies the state's concealed carry requirements. More than 1 million people in Florida have that license.
You know, we're empowering these people. They're going out, they're getting their permits, they're carrying their sidearms, and that's what it's all about. It's getting those weapons safely in the field on the civilian populace.
If you'd like to participate in the handgun safety course, call the Wakulla County Sheriff's Office for more information. People joined together to remember a fallen hero in Tallahassee. Second Lieutenant Justin Sisson was killed in action back in 2013, serving the United States Army in Afghanistan, and 3 years later, his legacy continues. Hundreds of runners joined for the 3rd annual Justin Sisson 5K. Sisson participated in ROTC at Florida State, where he graduated in 2012. His father, Kevin, says that one of Sisson's final wishes was to give back to FSU. The 5K in his honor now helps fund ROTC scholarships.
I think he would be embarrassed with the attention. It just wasn't his style. But I do think, again, given what he wanted, I think he'd be really pleased to see his friends and family all come together to support his future soldiers. So I think he'd really like that.
At the race, 3 students received the scholarships for $1,000 each. A growing concern worldwide is being discussed in Tallahassee. More than 50 million Americans may have an autoimmune disease. The American Autoimmune-Related Diseases Association stopped in town to talk about what residents should know about the disease. There are more than 100 autoimmune diseases like lupus, psoriasis, and type 1 diabetes.
We just want real well-rounded individuals when it comes to autoimmune disease, and so that they can also take the information back to their communities and their families and look for the symptoms, in those folks, and lessen the time of an accurate diagnosis.
Currently, ADs are one of the top 10 killers of women under the age of 65. A local church expands its building and services. Allen Temple CME Church held a groundbreaking ceremony yesterday. The church on Kissimmee Street in Tallahassee is building a community outreach center. The leaders hope to provide services and programs to enhance the community and deter crime. City Commissioner Curtis Richardson and our own Lenitra Bennett were guest speakers. The center is expected to open before the end of the year. And the closest thing to a bayou cookout took over the grounds in Wakulla Springs. That's the sound of the sauce boss, Bill Wharton. At the Crawfish Boil, people enjoyed plates of crawfish and gumbo with Wharton's special hot sauce. Wharton says he always makes a pot of gumbo to share with all of his audience members at every show.
Being with people and having a community thing where everybody comes and helps stir the gumbo, and we cook it all together. And instead of being freaked out about our differences, we are celebrating our differences here.
And fun fact, Jimmy Buffett's song, I Will Sing for Gumbo, is about Wharton's amazing style of blues music.